What's up, guys? Auto Fanatics. So here it is. This is the new 2026 Acura Integra Type S. So if you guys went to my channel and you saw my video from exactly a week ago today, I love my friend's 2025 so much that I went out and I bought one. So I actually would have had it sooner than 5 days after that video, and I was just contemplating on the colors. As much as I love the white with the red, I just thought this would probably be the best color to do detailing videos. This is called Majestic Black. It's hard to see, it's an overcast day today, but this is a metallic black, very similar to Volcano Black on the Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio. And I absolutely think it's a really sharp car, it's a fun car, and this is gonna be a really fun project to modify this car on the channel. We're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff, detailing videos, modification videos, ownership update videos, drive videos, everything that I'm gonna possibly do on all the other cars that I've owned over the years, I'm gonna do it on this car. FYI, I did not sell any of my other cars. They're in the garage. And the reason I picked this up, I've been wanting to do a full build out on a car and do an Auto Fanatic giveaway for the last 5 years. And I was contemplating going back and forth, what kind of a car. And then when I saw this car and I got a chance to drive it, I said, this would probably be a really good platform to modify. Now, I haven't owned an Acura or an import car in 30 years. I actually had a 1994 Acura Legend, and I also had a 96 Acura TL. And then after that, I started having a lot of faster, higher performance, much nicer cars. And my very first fast European car was a Volvo 850, what was it, the T5R, heavily modified. I love that car. I drove that car every day throughout my undergrad and college, and it was heavily modified, and I used to blow the doors off of every E36 M3 and every other car in the neighborhood at that time. So I think this is gonna be a great platform. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And like I said, I have not modified an import car in 30 years. So what I want from you guys in the comments and people that own these cars, I want you guys to post suggestions as far as products and what we're gonna do. So I already got wheel spacers coming. I'm gonna do the suspension. I got a bunch of matte dry carbon coming for the interior. I'll show you guys right now. So just to dress it up, I got the red and black, which I really like, similar to my 2018 Alpha. So we're gonna do this in carbon. We're gonna do this in carbon. The dash inlays, Alcantara steering wheel. We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff on this car. And also wheels and tires, possibly a full Miltech exhaust. Then we're gonna get into the ECU of the engine. We're gonna build it out, try to get, I would like to get at least 400 horsepower out of this. But like another thing too, this car is so good out of the box. I just hope that these aftermarket parts don't ruin the chassis dynamics, because that's one of the most favorite things about it. Plus it's a manual. So I'll talk about it. We're gonna go for a little bit of a drive right now. I'll talk some more about it, because now I've owned it for exactly 2 days. And there's a couple little quirks about it that I've already found out. One of them, usually on almost any car that has a trunk, there's a button either here or here to pop it. This car doesn't have it. I don't know if they forgot to put it in, but that's something that definitely is a little bit of annoying, that I don't have a popper here to pop the rear hatch. Now, that's another reason why I got this car, is I plan on driving this thing for the winter. So I don't want to beat up my 24 Verde Fangio Alfa Romeo during the winter with the salt and all that. So this is going to be my winter car. I'm going to get the Cargo WeatherTech for here. But I could fold this down. I could put wheels and tires, car parts, boxes of Auto Fanatic car care. It's just going to be a much versatile package, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to highlight and talk about this on the channel of owning this car. But I will tell you, for a car in the low $50,000 range MSRP, what this car gives you, it's a lot of smiles, it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of practicality. Now, another thing too, this car versus my friend's car, he had the Continental DWS 06 Plus all season. This is a summer tire. This is the Pilot Sport 4S. I'm actually going to change these tires out. I'm probably going to do either the Michelin all season or the Continental, but I'm going to do a thicker sidewall. I might do a 275/35 or a 265/35, just because I'm scared that these are going to be destroyed. These are really nice alloy wheels. We're going to be changing those too. I might be doing some Volk racing or something custom. But like I said, the whole point of this car is to create content for the channel and also build it out and customize it and do an Auto Fanatic giveaway sometime in the summer of 2026. So if you guys watch this video and anybody out there has been looking for one of these or really would love to own one, stay tuned to the channel. Please subscribe. This could be a great opportunity where you could go to our website, you could buy some car care, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, whatever. We're gonna be doing a whole revamp on the website soon to incorporate that. and we're gonna figure it out, because a lot of people in the automotive, YouTube, and social media space have been doing these giveaways for years, and I just feel it's like a missed opportunity, because modifying, customizing, and restoring cars is what I do every day for over 30 years. So why not buy something really cool, have some fun, create some content, and then make one viewer and one customer a very, very lucky winner of a 2026 Acura Integra Type S. So let's strap the camera in. We'll go for a little bit of a drive. I'll talk some more about it. It definitely feels a little bit sharper and better with the summer tires on, but it's 44 degrees today. It's a little cold, not the ideal temperature for these, but let's go for a drive. We'll talk some more about it. But like I said, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. This is gonna be it. We're gonna create some content on this. The Alfa Romeo is gonna be sleeping for the winter. I'll still do some videos on the Stelvio and all the other projects that are going on in the shop. I'm just really, really busy, and we have a couple of cool big projects that are winding down and some new ones coming in. So let's strap the camera in. We'll go for a little bit of a drive, and we'll talk some more about the 2026 Integra Type S now. All right, guys, so we're in my new 2026 Integra Type S. We're on the summer Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. Apparently, I was reading up that it is a specific tire compound for this car. This car, I tell you, man, it's a lot of fun. And the number one thing is this right here, an awesome manual transmission, and the pedals are placed in a good spot. Back in the days, I tested out a Ford Focus RS. I have a video on the channel from years ago, and I really, really praised that car, but there was a couple of things about it that I didn't love, especially the pedal placement. This one definitely feels better developed. That's still a great car, but the one thing I really like about this car, the chassis is so well engineered. The spring rates, the shock tuning, the rigidity of the car, the light weight, and you couple that with a great shifter, an engine that's got pretty good power, 2-liter turbo 4 with VTEC. It definitely feels on the bottom end, and that's why I want to boost it up. I want to do an intake, I want to do a tune, definitely a downpipe. We're going to play around with it, but I'm doing right now, I'm in the research phase of exactly what I want to do to the car, and it's kind of cool. So an individual, just like the BMW G80 series, you can kind of play around with all your engine, steering, suspension, and the car is a lot of fun. It really, really is. And I just think, I was toying around with this giveaway thing for a while. I was like, oh, should I do an M2? Should I, and I said, I don't think I want to give away an $80,000 car. I'd rather do it on a car of this level that seems to be more attainable to a wider range of, an audience, because it's a practical, high-performance sedan. And one thing I'll tell you now, we got some good tech, way better than in my Alfa. There's a lot of cool things. The backup camera is way better than an Alfa, but what this car does, I'm not gonna lie, I've been driving it I only got 112 miles on it, but I feel that this car is giving you about 80% of what you get when you drive an Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio on the street. Okay, we're talking on the street, because the chassis is so good, the inputs of the steering are so good. Granted, it doesn't have the sound, it doesn't have the 500 plus horsepower, it doesn't have the Italian engineering and carbon fiber and all of that, but when you get in this car, you're not really sacrificing anything. It doesn't feel like a Honda Accord. It doesn't feel like a lot of cars, in this category. This feels like a well-developed, high-performance sport compact sedan. It was very, very well developed. It's super stiff, a lot of fun, decent on fuel economy so far. I mean, if you look here, I'm about half a tank, so I used a half a tank and 113 miles, and I'm not really getting on the car too much. This, I'm not a huge fan of, these little things sticking out, but it is what it is. It's one of those things where I think this is going to be a really good platform to modify on the channel, especially with the metallic black paint. The car hasn't been detailed, so the dealership washed it, swirled it all up. So I actually got some new products coming that were introduced at SEMA. So when those products come, one of the vendors is coming to the shop, and they're going to do some demos for us. And then I'll probably shoot some detailing content over the winter, get the car protected, dialed in, and then we'll start modifying everything. I think the first video on this car in terms of mods is going to be the steering wheel. The steering wheel should be showing up tomorrow, and you got to gut the whole thing apart. So I'll do a detailed video on that, and I've done it in the past, and a lot of people really appreciated that I took the time to do that, and it's probably going to help somebody out because I don't love leather steering wheels. I just don't. Even though they did a nice job here with the perforation all the way on the 3/4 of the rim, I just prefer an Alcantara steering wheel, just for feel. And it would have been nice if they did a flat bottom, but it's just not what they offer. Now, I was going back and forth this entire week. I was like, should I get the Honda Civic Type R? Should I get this? And I went to 4 dealerships for the Hondas. And all 4 dealerships had the exact same Civic Type R in stock. Championship white, red cloth seats, whatever. They're all the same. Sticker price was like $47,595. So I asked them, they wouldn't let me test drive it, which was a big turnoff. It's like, come on, like I'm not like you know, some 18-year-old kid that's got no money. I said, listen, I'm trying to buy the car, you know, for the business, and this is what I do, and this is what I want to do. They wouldn't let me drive it, and they wanted $500 to $7,500 over sticker. And I'll be honest with you, the way the economy is so volatile right now, I'm not going to fall into that trap of overpaying for a car. And the deal that I got on this was incredible. Like, I could not turn this deal down. And that's why I feel this is going to be the great platform for content, and also to do a sweepstakes giveaway when we iron out all the back end details on how it's got to get done. Because, you know, doing stuff like that, living in New York, is extremely complicated. You know, my attorneys are working on this right now with the accountants, and we're trying to figure it out to do it legitimately and do it the right way. But unfortunately, you know, if I lived in Florida or lived in Arizona or some other, you know, part of the country, it would make my life a hell of a lot easier. But right now I'm kind of here, so I kind of have to make what I can and figure out how we're going to work around it. But yeah, this car is cool. Heads-up display, there is a way to turn it off. This car also has the lane departure feature where it vibrates. I got to figure out how to like remove that, because when you drive and you swerve, it literally will pull you away from what you want to do with the steering input. It's a little sketchy. I'm not a huge fan of that. So we're going to have to figure that out. I can't find the owner's manual. I don't know if I misplaced it, but anyway, either today, not today, tomorrow or the next day, I'm possibly going to head over to the dealership and see if maybe I left it on the desk of my sales guy, or what did I do with the owner's manual in the way. I don't remember. So we will figure that out and hopefully learn how to remove. Oh my God. Ooh. Yeah, she's got some really tight, sharp steering. What a fun little car, I tell you. And like I said, you guys go on the channel, you see like what I've bought over the years. The last import car that I had was the Infiniti Q50 Red Sport. Didn't really modify that. You know, it wasn't my daily. Incredible motor, okay? That has like an architecture similar to the R35 GTR. And the engine in that car, that's a 10 out of 10. The transmission was like a 3 out of 10. It was a terrible 6-speed automatic. But the number one thing about that car that I didn't love, it was all-wheel drive. I didn't love the chassis and the steering. That's where, okay, this doesn't have that high horsepower engine, but it's got the chassis, the steering, the manual, the brakes. It's got everything else that's so good that now it's going to make me want to juice up this engine to at least 400 horsepower, which I know, I watched some videos. There's guys that are getting 600 horsepower out of this motor. I don't know what's involved doing that. I'm just researching right now. If you guys know, post it in the comments below. Steer me in the right direction. Like I said, I don't mess around with cars like this, so I'm not really in tune with the import scene. But it seems like the stuff is pretty easy. You got to take the ECU out. You got to send it out. They got to unlock it, similar to like a BMW G80X platform. And then you have various tuners from like Cobb and all these other companies like that. So I don't know. I got to see what this car could put out with a full exhaust. Now, also, I've been checking out some exhaust. You guys, if you have this car, you have done an exhaust, let me know what you think. You know, I was looking at the Borla, looking at the AWE, I was looking at the Miltech. There's a couple of other options out there. I think the Miltech is the one I'm going to go for. They make a resonated and a non-resonated. I think the resonated is the one that sounds the best. And that's what a lot of Civic Type R guys are putting on their cars. And I think that's going to sound the best on this. But if you guys have tried anything before I go waste money and time doing all of this, let me know. Send me an email, post it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys suggest as far as exhaust. This is not like, I don't have to put children in the back. This is not like one of those things where I'm worried about the neighbors. I just want to have the most power out of the exhaust and the intake and all of that. And I don't want to have drone when I'm driving up to work. But I also want, you know, the cracks, the snaps, you know, a nice deep tone. And I also want a good quality system that's not going to hit the bottom of the car. You know, something that's well engineered. I'm not going to buy some Alibaba thing. Definitely not. And in terms of wheels, you know, I'm looking at Volk. I'm looking at SSRs. I'm trying to stay in the import genre of what I want to put on the car. Maybe I'll contact Signature Forge. You know, I've done a lot of wheels with them over the years on the Shelbys and did it on the Alpha. So we'll see what works out, and definitely with the suspension. So what I'm starting out to do, I bought the H&R springs. Just what I'm reading online. You got H&R, you got Eibach, you got Spoon, you got Swift. Swift's supposed to be like the best for the track, but I'm not tracking this car. This is a street build. This is going to be a street build from the top to the bottom. So I don't really want something that's going to break my back, and I don't want to smash the bottom. So I want to do a front spoiler. I want to do a rear spoiler. Still not really sure what's out there right now that I love, but I'll figure it out sooner or later. Oh, a little bit of torque steer right there. But man, this car is just fun. You get in it, you shift through the gears, you enjoy it. And the one thing, like I mentioned in my first video when my friend came up last week, it's like for 50-something grand, I don't have to worry about it. You know, I just don't have to worry about leaving it outside. I don't know, even though these cars are probably high theft, but you know, they'll probably steal the catalytic converters out of it. I don't really care about that. And that's the thing, I don't have to obsess over it. Like right now, you know, my Alpha's in the garage at the shop and it's all clean, and you know, I'm gonna be putting on the Apex wheels probably on Friday. And I don't want to mess that car up. I love that car so much. You know, that's a $90,000+ car, and I really don't want the road salt attacking that car. So this just made sense. The timing made sense. My friend got the car. Everything just made sense that it all fell into place, and I was able to get not a 25, I got a 26 in a spec that I really like. I really do. Another thing that I was thinking about doing, and you guys let me know if you guys have the Integra Type S, I do like the seats in the Honda Civic Type R better. It's a sportier look, and I feels a little bit more bolstered in. It actually feels like a better seat, you know, for what I want out of the car. So what I want to do, I want to see if I could locate, maybe on eBay or through the dealer. I call the dealer says they can't sell me the seats. I don't know why. I want to get 2 seats if I could acquire them at a fair price. This is what I want to do. I want to get 2 Honda Civic Type R seats. I want to match the leather that's in this car and the pattern with the Alcantara in the middle. And we have a full upholstery studio in-house in my shop. So I want to take those seats, rip off the red cloth, and do it in the, you know, the nice cranberry style leather to make it match this car. And it would be a cool upgrade because that car has the side airbags in the seat, and it will bolt to the floor because it's the same car and the same platform, and the airbag will still function as well. So that's another reason why I'm thinking about doing that. Ordinarily, I would possibly just do like a Sparco SPX, but I don't think I want to put $9,000 seats in this car. You know, if I could get the Civic seats for $3,000, I'll do that. And I also think it'll be, you know, more factory correct of an upgrade. It'll be kind of like, oh, Integra Type R, it's modified with factory correct, you know, parts. I think that would be kind of cool. So, yeah, this thing is a blast. It really is. Nice fall day. There's not a lot of traffic. It's a little chilly out, you know, 45 degrees, not the best temp, you know, for these tires. So I'm not going to push the car too much, but that's it, guys. This is just the first introduction of the new car added to the Autofanatic stable of cars, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And you know, it's funny. So when I posted a video, I read everybody's comments, and I try to respond to everybody, you know, as best as I can. I can't get over how many people said they had GT350s, GT500s, Alfa Romeos, BMW M3s, M2s, M340is, and they got rid of those cars to get into this car, and they never looked back. Not because this is a more upscale car, it's because this is bang for buck. This is a lot of fun. This is what you can't get today. So Audi is not giving you a manual transmission. The new Golf R is not a manual transmission. You can't get the CLA Mercedes or, you know, any of these cars. So this car today is like a real special thing to have. Whereas if you go back 25 years ago, you know, you could get a 335, a 318 with a manual. You could get a Volkswagen Jetta, a Honda Civic. You get all these cars with a manual, but today the manual is a thing of the past. And I think it's something that true and driving enthusiasts like us really want and we crave. Now, I was also trying to check out the GR Corollas. It's another pretty hot, popular car, but I was reading a lot of reviews on it, and I don't know, I just thought that this would be a cooler car. If this giveaway thing, if I pull this off and it goes well, maybe the next one I'll do a GR Corolla. Maybe then I'll do maybe a Civic Type R. I'm gonna play around with it, but I do like this price bracket tier, you know, between the $40,000 to the $53,000 segment. I don't think I want to start giving away, Lamborghinis and Porsches and Ferraris. I think it's just too much of a risk, and I don't think it's going to make sense in the long run. I think this is going to be a little bit more fun to stick with cars that are more attainable, more accessible, an abundant aftermarket support. I mean, there's everything for these cars available. And that's pretty much where we're at. So guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel for more content. I'll try to get a video up possibly before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving. I don't know. We got to see what the holidays going on. I got a lot of stuff going on. But this is it. You guys will see it on the channel from here on out. And I'll start doing, other videos at the shop as well. We'll do some indoor videos as the weather is starting to change now. We're probably going to get some snow soon. And we'll go from there. But the first thing was going to be the steering wheel. We're also going to change out these tires. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one soon. Take care.